It's PSTV, driven by Haldeman Ford.
Hey, what's up? It's Adam from PST, and I got an awesome invitation to chill with Tove Lo in Philadelphia. Crazy talented. Hello, how are you?
Thank you. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. You're just in what, Miami?
Yeah. Well, let me think here now. We've been traveling so much back and forth, but yeah, we were in Miami for 2 days and like hung out on the beach for a little bit. We also did a hangout fest in Alabama.
Oh, okay.
Close to Florida, that on the border there. So that was very nice and warm and sunny too. So yeah, we got some sun for once.
Unlike me, who's like white as a
Well,
ghost.
you're not that white. Look, I'm not that tan.
I think it's
just
honestly
a
the
little-
hair. It's really not
It's
cool.
the hair.
It's
It's the hair.
dark.
Okay. The hair gives you tan.
Yeah, so I'm gonna bring it back a little bit. I want to know more about your childhood, if you don't mind, because
sure.
when I did some research on you, kind of like a stalker, my bad. So, born and raised in Sweden, your parents wanted you to go to, I take a different route. Music wasn't their
Yeah.
first choice for you.
No, I think they were just kind of. They're not musical like people. They're no one in our family has ever taken the music
Yeah.
route. So I think for them it was just like, that's just a bunch of people who do drugs and are poor in their world. Like that's not fair. Because they're like they obviously never thought it was going to come to this point where actually. Not that they didn't believe in me, they just, worry like parents do.
Yeah,
But
of
so yeah,
course.
they weren't very happy when I was like, I'm gonna go to this school that's just all, hippies teaching kids to be hippies and play music and yeah, but it was great. I'm happy they let me go because they could have just, said no, I guess, but.
And it wasn't a straight up
Actually-
hippie school, it was a music school.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, no, it was. But all the teachers were, were old musicians. Even like the guy was our math teacher, was like a DJ on the weekends, and it was very it wasn't like the most serious.
Did he give you passes to get into the clubs to see him?
No, but he was like, he's like, who's here is 18 now? And we're like, I was like, yeah, you should go to this club. So yeah, he would let us come there but it was we really wanted to go to those places. So it was
That is really cool though.
Yeah,
I
he
didn't
was
go
such a
there.
cool guy. Yeah.
But I should say you did absorb some of that school into you because now you do perform barefoot.
Yes,
So you're very free spirit.
I've kept that. Yeah.
But it taught you
Yeah,
well
but-
because look at where you're at now.
Yeah, I think it works. The barefoot thing works for me.
In case you get sunburned though.
Yeah,
'Cause-
that actually did happen at Hangout Fest. I was like, the stage was in the sun. It was so super hot, and I was like dancing around and doing my thing. And it's like third song, and I'm like, fuck, I really can't stand still for that long. And my feet starting to burn. And I'm like, okay, this is really, really starting to hurt. And I was like, damn it. And after like the fifth song or something, I'm like, okay, my one ballad that I do is coming up. Like I won't be able to stand still. I'll be like, let's take it out for a second. And it's like jumping around. So I had to run over and my production manager was standing there like he was supposed to take care of my monitors, and he was like, what do you want? What do you need? Like looking at me terrified. I was like, give me your socks. Give me your socks now. He's like, what? My socks? I'm like, give me your socks.
I need them now. They're burning.
So I ran back out with these like black sporty socks. Luckily they were ankle socks though, so still looked
So
okay.
cool.
Yeah.
You call them flats. Call
I'm
them,
like, here are my new flats. No.
Holla.
No, I said like, I'm sorry, I have to wear socks. I'm burning my feet off. And they're like, we don't care.
And of course they're dark socks, so it's like even more
Yeah,
sun.
yeah. It wasn't ideal, but it worked. Yeah.
That's cool.
I was sweating like crazy, but it was good.
Sticking back to the childhood thing, now Tove Lo is your stage name, but obviously Tove is what, your middle name? It's not your first name.
Well, here's where it gets tricky for
it's a
you
nickname?
Americans.
Okay,
No,
okay, I'm
so
sorry.
in Sweden, it's very common to have like the name that you like that is your name that you called your whole life. That is your first name.
Okay.
Is sometimes like surrounded by other names, which makes absolutely no sense. So I guess you guys, you're like, it's not your first name, but so I guess a lot of us go by our middle name. So it's very common to like
okay.
have that. So for me, it's like my whole band. Everyone has like a name before their actual name. So one of my drummers' name is Niklas. His first name is Mats. So wherever we go, it's like, hey Mats. He's like, no, it's Niklas. Everyone's like, well, that's weird. Like, but that's just how it works in
Because
Sweden.
he's in America
so,
now, so that's why he wants to be known by
Yeah.
Nicholas. I got it.
That's what it is, yeah. So Tove has just always been like that's my name. Like
Okay.
since so on my ID and everywhere, like my mail I get home, everything is Tove. So,
Okay.
but Lo is part of that is my nickname. So Tove
Okay.
Lo, like Lo means lynx or like bobcat
Okay.
in Swedish. So there was a bobcat at a zoo that was called Tove when I was a kid, and I was like, fell in love with it a little bit. It's like, Mom, it's me. Thought it was really pretty, and I liked the big paws and everything. So she started calling me Tove Lo. So it's been my nickname since I was a kid.
That's cool.
Yeah, but it's like, so now, but no one calls me that anymore because they're like, well, then that's your artist name. So now they just say Tove. So I lost my nickname.
So everyone doesn't know what to call you. Do they go by your first Swedish name or your proper name or your nickname, but you can't use that anymore?
You always go by Tove.
Okay, so
Yes.
Tove.
Always, that always works.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Okay. no, Speed Up to the Future, or now, or the present, I should say. Talking Bodies on the radio, doing really well here.
Very excited.
So, congratulations.
Thank you.
I want to talk about your body. So, congratulations. You were part of the Maxim Hot 100 list. I don't know if you know that.
I heard. I was like, what is that? I didn't know. I actually didn't know about that magazine until I saw the cover. I was like, oh yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
That's fun.
And you have tattoos.
Yes, I do.
Talking more about the body.
That one and this one. I don't know if you can see it through the shirt.
It's like a girl.
It's a girl on a bee.
No links?
No links, actually. No. Maybe that's my next thing. I kind of want to do something on my hands. Maybe I'll do like the paw prints on my hands.
Oh, that's
I don't
cool.
know. Something. We'll see.
Speaking of using your hands, you've written for so many artists,
Yes.
and they're amazing songs. So you have your own set of amazing songs, and then other people. You've written, like, just recently, Love Me Like You Do for Ellie Goulding
Yeah.
for the 50 Shades of Grey soundtrack.
I was part of writing some of the lyrics for that. I feel like I can't really take credit fully for that song. So I was like, I was part of it, but it's not like my song. Do you know what I mean? A lot of the other songs, I'm like, yeah, that's my song, and it with this artist, and it was this big process. But this was more like me, kind of like, yeah, what if you do a little bit like this and a little bit like that? And then it was, so I give credit to the boys for that one.
Exactly. You kind of come in and doctor it a little bit.
A little bit,
You throw your spin and touch on it.
Yeah.
I mean, you've worked recently with Hilary Duff for Sparks, her new single that's out now.
Yes.
Adam
Very proud of that
Lambert.
one. I love the video.
And apparently there's another one coming out.
Yes.
That's cool. That is really cool. And you're going to
It's
be
an
on...
intense year when I think about it, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, how can you be in a million places? I mean, thank you for sitting down for us, by the way.
Oh, thank you for
And
having
then more new music for Adam Lambert. Rumors, this track for his new record. And you actually featured on it as well.
I'm very excited about that. We, because when he was in Sweden for a long time and recorded with a bunch of us, like our writing team, and he's the coolest guy. Like we, had dinner, drank wine, just talked about boys all night, and he's just like the nicest person and amazing singer. And so it was just really good, like writing with him. And then I relate so much to that song as well. So it was very good when he was like, hey, I want you to sing on this song. And I was like, well, yeah, let's do it.
It's like, I'm here, we're friends now.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So you're still working your current album, Queen of the Clouds, it's out now. But I heard that you're also working on your follow-up record.
Yeah, well, I'm always
Early
writing.
stages.
Yes,
Early.
very early stages. Don't get your hopes up.
Okay, not yet, but it may be coming.
Yeah. I'm definitely working. I'm always writing songs, so I'm kind of now starting to look at starting to think about what I want the next album to be, what I want to do, and
sound-wise.
Yeah, and it's kind of. I've been trying to experiment a little bit with new styles, so I don't get I want to do something different, but still obviously it has to feel very me. So I'm experimenting.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Can you tease like a lyric or a song title that is getting you like really excited? Like you left the studio and you're like, this is exciting. I can't wait to. In the future, when it comes out.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give any titles out now.
Okay.
But I have a few. Yeah.
Okay. Just a lyric?
No.
All right.
None of that stuff I give away. So no.
Okay. So before we wrap it up, I'm gonna play a quick game with you that I created.
Right.
It's called Tove Lo or Tove No. So if you've done it, you're gonna say Tove Lo, that you did do it, and you gotta give me the lowdown of how it happened.
Okay.
And if you haven't done it, you could just say Tove No.
Okay.
All right. Have you ever stolen anything?
Tove Lo.
Can you quickly elaborate?
Well, should I talk about it? I don't know.
Okay.
I did have a bit of a klepto phase. So I did go when I just would steal random stuff.
Cool.
And I don't know, it would be to a point where my publisher would call me up and he's like, did you take this from the studio? And I'm like, no, I didn't. And then I'll have to bring it back. So it was never fully, I think, but small stuff, not serious.
They wouldn't miss it.
No.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to tell myself.
Have you ever flashed the audience really quickly while performing?
Yeah, totally. Many times. Now I'm getting a lot of questions about it. If I'm like, was this all free the nipple campaign you're doing? And I'm like, well, I'm on board with that completely. I think it's a great thing because I think it's weird that you can't.
Just self-expression, right?
Yeah, and also for me, for example, on all the social media places where you can definitely see nipples of dudes but not of girls. I think it's weird. I think that should just be,
I never thought of it that way.
Yeah, that's strange for me. I think that's weird. So but it started just as a fun thing. So I was like, during Talking Body, I'm like, this is a sexy song. I'm gonna give you some, you give me some, because usually they also flash or take pictures of us when you have in the audience. So it's really fun. It gets gets heated.
Exactly, and plus it's hot on stage.
Yeah.
Just cool down real quick.
Just cool down real quick. Yeah.
Have you ever cheated?
On
a test?
Thank you for sending me there. On a test, wait. Tove, no, actually.
Oh!
Yeah. I was actually a really good student.
Good for you.
Although I did write a lot of, like, I wrote a lot of other people's exam, like, you know,
Oh, really?
I did their papers for them. Yeah.
So people came to you
Yeah.
to get it done.
Yeah.
Wow, you were... I would
Yeah.
never do that. It'd be like $20, and then I could write it for
Oh
you.
no, I got money for it.
Oh, good.
Sure.
Businesswoman.
I'm not telling when, so you don't know which school or which year.
And think about it. Now you get money for writing as well. Writing songs.
Yeah, writing's my
Writing is your thing. See, it's all good. Have you ever gone skinny dipping?
Tove Lo.
Tove Lo.
Many times.
Okay,
Yeah.
many times. I mean,
My parents live by the water, so we have like a jetty there. So I used to, like, when we were kids, we used to have a lot of I don't know, after parties and parties in the summer, and it would just be like part of just going in the sauna and then, like, together run down naked and into the water and then run back up. It was a big thing.
like a game.
Yeah.
You know, it's like how you pass your time.
Yeah.
From hot to cold, cold to hot.
Exactly.
Have you ever tried Swedish fish?
Tove Lo, those, do you mean those red little candy thingies?
And I think I brought some.
Oh, really? Ah.
Do you want one? And I got the assorted pack.
I want the red one.
Of course, there's two.
Yeah.
Sorry, I wanted to be creative and be like, I'm gonna go for green. And I'm gonna do my last question. Have you
It's
ever...
good breakfast.
Oh, you haven't eaten yet?
It's still early for me, man.
Okay.
This is great.
Well, I tried. All right. Have you ever fallen in love with someone during an interview?
Tove Lo.
Oh,
I didn't
yeah?
say anything, but
Yeah? It's happening.
it's happening.
Now.
Turn that off.
Well, thank you so much for everything. Continued success. Probably new single coming from Queen of Clouds, which is out now.
Yes, Time Bomb. It's coming.
Awesome.
Yes.
So check that out. It's coming to radio soon, I'm sure. And where can people reach out to you? They want to connect with you on your socials.
Instagram, Twitter is @Tove Lo. Very easy.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It was awesome getting to know you.
You too.
All right. Thank you guys so much for
Thank you.
watching.